Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's public hearing, April the 28th, 2015. We have 4 items on the agenda for tonight's public hearing, and we need to begin now that we have quorum present. I'll call the meeting to order and ask our clerks for the roll call, please.
Mayor Robertson's in the chair. Councillor Louie. Councillor Stevenson has stepped out of the room. Councillor Deal. Councillor Jang. Here. Councillor Reimer. Here. Councillor Meggs. Here. Councillor Ball. Councillor Carr. Here. Councillor Affleck, not present, and Councillor DeGenova, not present. Mr. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And as I said, 4 items on the agenda for this evening. We have no speakers registered for any of the 4 items. So I'm going to skip on doing the usual guidelines for speakers until, if we do have a speaker or more than one speaker, I'll go through those guidelines. But for now, we can start in on item number 1, the text amendment. First up on the miscellaneous amendments, and I'll ask the Madam Clerk to read the application and summary of correspondence received.
This is an application by the General Manager of Planning and Development Services to A, amend the Zoning and Development Bylaw to 1, amend sections 2, 3, 6, and 7 to clarify and modernize the administrative provisions of the bylaw, 2, amend section 10.33 to update floor area exclusions for exterior wall thickness, 3, add a new section 10.40 to provide a floor area exclusion for interior commercial kitchen exhaust shafts in mixed-use multi-story buildings, 4, amend section 11.24.9D and 11.24.14C to clarify relaxations to setbacks for laneway houses, 5, delete the wording in section 13.3 to reflect a 2013 amendment to the Vancouver Charter, 6, amend section 4.17.3 in RS1 to clarify regulations for side entrances, 7, amend the RT4, RT4A, RT4N, and RT4AN, RT5, RT5A, RT5N, and RT5AN, and RT6 district schedules to make Sundex on garages or carports a conditional use. 8, amend section 4.7.5 of RM1 and RM1N, RM4 and RM4N, RM7 and RM7N, and section 4.7.8 of RM8 and RM8N district schedules to provide a floor area exclusion for in-suite residential storage. 9, amend various RS, RT, RM, C, and M district schedules to update the wording of the horizontal angle of daylight regulations. And 10, amend the BC Place Expo District schedule to permit cultural and recreational uses. And B, amend the Downtown Official Development Plan, Downtown Eastside Oppenheimer District Official Development Plan, and the Southeast Granville Slopes Official Development Plan to update floor area exclusions for exterior wall thickness, provide floor area exclusions for interior commercial kitchen exhaust shafts, and modernize the wording for the horizontal angle of daylight regulations. No correspondence has been received on this application since referral to public hearing.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Okay, we have no presentation on this, but we have staff here to answer any questions from council. And do we have any questions from council? Before we have a motion, if we have no questions, we will go right to hearing from any speakers. Are there any speakers here for item number 1? Calling 3 times. Are there any speakers here for item 1? Last call, any speakers here for item number 1? Seeing none, we'll close speakers list and public hearing. Any final comments from staff on item number 1? Any final questions from council on item number 1? Okay, so Councillor Louie, will you?
I will move the recommendations.
Councillor Louie moves the recommendations. Any more discussion or debate? Okay, we'll go to the voting queue. If everyone will. I'll let the clerks Councillor Jang, Councillor Stevenson, Councillor Louis. Okay. Stevenson and Jang. Councillor Jang. Okay, I think we're gonna scuttle this system if it continues to waste our time. Okay, we have 11 votes in, all in favor, so we have approved those text amendments. Thank you very much, staff, for all the work on that front. And we've completed item number 1. We're on to item number 2, text amendment for 2610 Victoria Drive, Immigrant Services Society of BC. Madam Clerk, can you read the application and summary of correspondence received, please?
This is an application by the General Manager of Planning and Development Services to amend CD1 Comprehensive Development District bylaw number 10933 to add financial institution limited to automated banking machine as a permitted use and to limit this use to a maximum floor area of 10 square meters. No correspondence has been received on this application since referral to public hearing.
Seeing none, we'll call for speakers. Are there any speakers here for item number 2? Are there any speakers here for item number 2, text amendment on Victoria Drive? Last call. Any speakers here for item number 2? Seeing none, we will close public comments as we've had very little in the way of public comments or speakers. And any final comments from staff on this one? No. Any final questions? Okay, we're ready for a motion. Councillor Stevenson will move. And any debate? Any debate on this? All those in favor? We'll go to the voting queue again. See if everyone's quicker on the mark this time. Okay. We have 11 votes in, all in favor. That motion carries unanimously, and we've completed item number 2. Thanks to the staff team on the Victoria Drive ISS of BC text amendment. And we're on to item number 3, heritage designation HRA for 1836 West 12th Avenue, Fox House. Madam Clerk, can you please read the application and summary of correspondence received?
This is an application by Alexandr Ravkov to designate the house at 1836 West 12th Avenue as a protected heritage property and approve a heritage revitalization agreement for the site. The applicant proposes variances to the zoning and development bylaw as set forth in the development permit application number DE 417986 to permit the construction of a new infill building. The General Manager of Planning and Development Services recommends approval subject to the conditions as set out in the summary and recommendation of the public hearing agenda. No correspondence has been received on this application since it was scheduled for public hearing.
All right, thank you, Madam Clerk. And we have James Bolt here, our heritage planner, to present the application. I suspect council will want to waive the presentation, given no registered speakers. Any questions for Mr. Bolt from council? Seeing none, is the applicant Alexandra Ravkov here to speak to the application or wishing to speak to the application? Not here to speak to it. So we will move right to hearing from speakers. Are there any speakers here for item number 3? Any speakers for item number 3? And the last call, any speakers here for item number 3? Seeing none, we will close speakers list and close public comments. And any questions from council to staff on this one? Final questions? Councillor Deal will move the recommendations. And any debate or discussion? Seeing none, we'll go to the voting queue. On item number 3, we are voting now. And we have 11 votes all in favor. And that motion carries on item number 3. Thanks, Mr. Bolt, although you're up for the next one. So we've concluded number 3, and we're on our last item, item number 4, the Heritage Designation and Heritage Revitalization Agreement for 2546 West 3rd Avenue, Harrington House. Madam Clerk, can you please read the application and summary of correspondence received?
This is an application by Alexandre Ravkov to add the existing building to the Vancouver Heritage Register in the C evaluation category, designate it as protected heritage property, and approve a heritage revitalization agreement for the site. The application proposes variances to the zoning and development bylaw as set forth in development permit application number DE 417990 to permit the construction of a new infill building. The General Manager of Planning and Development Services recommends approval subject to the conditions as set out in the summary and recommendation of the public hearing agenda. No correspondence has been received on this application since it was scheduled for public hearing.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And we have again James Bolt here, our Heritage Planner, to present the application. No speakers registered for this, so we will waive Council's desire to waive the presentation. Any questions for Mr. Bolt from Council on item number 4? Okay, seeing none, then like Alexandra Ravkov, I'd asked if the applicant is here to speak to this application. Don't see anyone jumping up for that, so we will go to hearing from any speakers. Are there any speakers here for item number 4? Are there any speakers here for item number 4? Last call. Any speakers here for item number 4? Seeing none, we'll close the speakers list and close the public comment period and have any final questions for staff or council. Doesn't look like there's any questions for council, so I need a mover. Councillor Deal moves recommendation. Any discussion from council? We'll call the question. Vote on your screens now. What are we missing here? Okay, we have 11 votes all in favor, unanimous support. We've concluded item number 4. Thanks, Mr. Bolt. And that means we have concluded all 4 of the items, and we need a motion to rise from committee of the whole. And moved by Councillor Stevenson, second by Councillor Jang. All those in favor? Any opposed? And that carries. We need a motion to adopt the report of the committee of the whole and instruct our Director of Legal Services to prepare and bring forward the necessary bylaw amendments. Moved by Councillor Carr, seconded by Councillor Ball. All those in favor? Any opposed? And that carries. And that we have adopted the report. We now have 5 bylaws on the agenda for consideration which relate to item 1, the text amendment. Miscellaneous amendments to the Zoning and Development Bylaw, Downtown Official Development Plan, DODP, Downtown Eastside Oppenheimer District Official Development Plan, the DEODODP, and the Southeast Granville Slopes Official Development Plan, SEG-SODP. Number 1 is a bylaw to amend the Zoning and Development Bylaw, number 3575, regarding authorities, floor area exclusions, and miscellaneous amendments 2015. I'm assuming I need to read all of this into the record for the... Okay, number 2, the bylaw to amend the Downtown Official Development Plan Bylaw number 4912. Number 3 is a bylaw to amend Downtown Eastside Oppenheimer Official Development Plan Bylaw number 5532. Hope everyone's paying attention, close attention to this. And number 4 is a bylaw to amend the Southeast Granville Slopes Official Development Plan Bylaw number 5752. And finally, number 5, a bylaw to amend zoning and development fee bylaw number 5585 regarding housekeeping. So I would like someone to move adoption of these bylaws. Councillor Deal, and a seconder. Seconder, Councillor Carr, and all those in favor. Any opposed? And that carries unanimously. And we need a motion to adjourn. And moved and seconded. All those in favor? Any opposed? And that carries. And this public hearing is adjourned.